Hey everybody, guess what time it is? Do you know? It's Lot Life time. I'm going to answer before you did because I know you were going to say Chuck E. Cheese. No, it is Lot Life time. We are back for Lot Life in the Randall Ford Studios. Another invigorating episode of the Lot Life. I'm here with my co-host who always has shoes on, Andrew Brown. How are you, Andrew?
Doing good. I thought I'd give
I was just checking. Hey, those are cool shoes. Are those Pumas?
Yeah, they're
My
Pumas.
wife would be so proud. She loves her Pumas.
I'm a Puma.
Shout out to Michelle.
Hey, I'm a Puma
fan number 2, I guess, because you're number 1. Actually, I'm number 1.
Are you a Puma fan?
Yeah, I'm the original Puma fan.
I don't know. I've always liked Pumas. Ever since I was in high school, I've always liked Pumas.
Me
now,
too. Which automatically makes me number 1. I had the original pair.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, Mr. Tom Puma, why don't you make a shoe?
Well, I could.
Because you could beat this Nike guy.
Yeah, I could see you. You were definitely there before Pumas were. Yeah, I could see that.
My Pumas and my Converse All-Stars and my Chuck Taylors.
Chuck Taylors? I didn't get that one. What's Chuck?
Those are those canvas shoes that all the kids wear that are low tops now that you have.
Oh, yeah.
Chucks is
Yeah,
probably
Chucks,
what you're known, you know them by.
Chucks.
So Chuck Taylor was a basketball player. So yeah,
Old one?
that was my, there you go. That was my very first pair of basketball shoes.
Mine was like a Jordan.
It was neat because you could clean them pretty easy on the grass basketball court.
I guess you got to watch Jordan when he was young, huh? I guess you got to watch Jordan.
Yeah,
Michael Jordan.
yeah. I watched him, the original.
Yeah.
OJ, original Jordan. Yes, I got to see that. I saw him in college play for North Carolina.
See,
I
that's
remember
pretty cool.
watching that. So
That's pretty cool. That's cool. When you live long enough to be able to do that.
yeah, it was pretty neat. And then they started putting these guys in these gymnasiums instead of just playing outdoors. It was pretty cool. It was like, why don't we put a goal up on the other end, and then we can run back and forth. I was like, that's pretty neat. So it was like, and they got nets instead of those peach baskets.
The chains or whatever they had.
Well, it was peach baskets originally. Whenever James Naismith.
I've seen those old
invented
history
the game.
pictures before. Yeah, I've seen them in the books.
Yeah. I was the one drawing those pictures. I was like, can you move some to the left? So, yeah. So that is true. Yep. Good times.
Puma fan though.
But yes, Puma. So shout out to Puma. If you would like to sponsor us, please contact Andrew Olson at
Andrew Olson.
Or Andrew. What's your name?
Andrew Brown.
Andrew Brown. Brown the Clown. You can. He won't know what you're asking.
No, he won't. He'll be like, sure, sponsor of Puma. Yeah, sounds good.
So, but anyway, yes, Puma. If you'd like to sponsor us, feel free to do so. Or Celsius.
Yeah.
We're waiting for your call. It hasn't come through yet.
Actually, this is my first Celsius I've ever drank.
Oh, okay. So, first Celsius you ever drank. So, do you give it a thumbs up or thumbs down? What do you think?
It's like that. Yeah, Celsius is...
Yeah. How much caffeine does it have?
It has 270, so it's not bad.
270 is borderline for me.
That's why I gave it a little halfway,
yeah.
because 300's what you want to see in an energy drink for sure.
300 is what I need to keep me awake.
Yeah, and I'm trying to wake up. I don't know if y'all can tell, but
yeah, that's why. I mean, my wife
a lot of energy here, no energy here.
Yeah, and I haven't even started drinking my energy drink. I forgot I left it in there.
Yeah, but your energy drink. You woke up at like 4:45 or 4:55 this morning. So,
Yes,
I mean,
4:55. Everybody knows the rule.
Yeah.
If you don't know it by now, if you wait till 5 to get up, you're a loser.
Yeah.
That's why I get up earlier.
Yeah, I didn't wake up until like, what time was I supposed to be here?
We're supposed to be here at 8:30, so I'm sure you got up at 8:29.
8:27.
Yeah, 8:27 because you live 2 minutes late. No, you don't. So, but you did make it here, and that's what matters. And it's like after listening to the stories last week with the role model that you had growing up, your dad that gets up, sets his alarm for 10 minutes after the time he's supposed to be there. Then I can't really blame you.
Yeah, it's funny though. I mean, Dad is he may relate to something, but he is a ball of energy when he gets there. So
that is true.
It's kind of, as soon as he shows up at the dealership, he makes sure that everyone knows that he's here.
Yeah,
everyone.
And I mean, his time at the dealership is drawing short, not because we can't put up with him anymore, but because he is here working for the summer. Because as we probably told you the story, I mean, he takes care of your brother during the year, and whenever your wife is off as a teacher, or your wife, your mom.
His wife. Yeah. But she's going back to school. Well, she's going back. Yeah. School's starting, so she's going back to work, and Dad's gonna go back to watching.
So we have really enjoyed having Wayne. Maybe we can get him on one more time as a. We put him on as an intro. Maybe we can do a farewell podcast with him on here.
He might start crying.
Yeah. Well, okay. Let's not do that. But anyway, we have really. It's been a pleasure having him here. He is so fun to have around. He's such high energy, and he's so good for the dealership because he's such a promoter. He does. He leads by example. He shows everybody what it means to really care for your customers. That's what he does. I mean, to the detriment of me working deals with him sometimes, where he's just, now come on. I'm like, no, it is not a deal. Making them go, okay, one more time.
Can we do this?
Okay, one more time. Let me try this. Let me try this.
Like, you don't have to try that. It's not going to work.
Yeah. But we have really enjoyed having him here. It is August. What's today? The 9th.
Yeah.
August 9th. So we're the first third of August is gone. It's been hot. It's been hot. You can see, I don't know if you can see the glare through here. We're trying to do this as early as we can today because we've been busy. But this time of the year, the sun glares through the side of the dealership. It gets so hot here where we shoot this podcast. So I left my drink in the office because it gets boily sitting out here.
That's why I keep him over on that side.
Why?
Block the sun? Unblock the sun, everything. Yeah, I mean, you're over there.
Yeah, because I'm over here during the winter too, so do I block the cold?
Yeah, because the windows are cold.
Okay, I'm learning my role here. So got to protect the brains of the operation. That's why we're in so much trouble.
Yeah.
If he is the brains, then.
Well, speaking of Dad, so he does the confetti. Cannons. So Dad will, if he sells a car, he'll grab confetti cannon, boom, pop it, and do videos, stuff like that with his customers. I'm the one that has to record every time, and every time that I go to record him doing his confetti cannon, I have to talk with his customers for at least 45 minutes because they all sit there and talk because Dad's a talker. So then I'm just drawn in. So I'm like recording. It's just me, the cameraman, just sitting there recording, and then it's just, oh yeah, this is my son, Andrew. I'm leaving. If you need, and then it's talking for 45 minutes. I'm like, I got stuck. I'm stuck.
Yeah.
I can't go anywhere. My customers on the inside just waiting, looking for me.
Thankfully, your dad is nice enough to clean the confetti cannon up.
Yeah.
Because it makes a mess.
It does make a mess.
There is confetti all over the place. And sometimes people aren't ready.
No.
And sometimes there are other people working deals that don't know the confetti cannon is about to go off. And you just see, it's like, I look at the paperwork, and I see the paperwork where it's like somebody's writing. If I see that on the paperwork, you're like, oh, confetti cannon went off.
You got Jimmy. He'll be like sitting there talking to his customers.
What the hell?
Going off. It's pretty funny though.
But yes, we would love to see a few more confetti cannons go off before Wayne rides off into the sunset for another school year. Mm-hmm. But I mean, we hope to have him back next year too. So that will be a summer event for the summer celebration that we have every year for your dad to come around. So much fun. I'd love to find a way to work him. Maybe we can get him up here like spring break.
Yeah, that's
every day here for spring break and Christmas break and Thanksgiving break, and because these kids never go to school.
I know.
It's just like
break
teacher development day for April.
Yeah,
so we're just gonna give them April off.
Yeah, There's a lot of school time off actually. Yeah.
My wife works at not a bank, a credit union. I get in trouble every time I say that.
Yeah.
She gets punched in the arm.
Yeah.
But yeah, they have a lot of days off. Because federal holidays, if you work for something where you get federal holidays off, they find a new one every year. It was like, I was reading through some of the propositions they were having for the ones that are coming up. You know, they seem to find a new one every year.
Well, they make this.
I was reading through for next year. They're wanting to have Dandelion Day.
Dandelion Day.
Yeah.
Is this all real stuff?
Yeah, because a lot of people call it they're wanting to classify it as a flower instead of a weed, because that's classically what it's classified as now. They're wanting to change it over to a flower and make it into a national day, because I think Arizona was wanting to have it as its national flower, or is it state flower?
Yeah.
So they have to get
guys. I think this is cap. By the way, I think this is cap.
Maybe a little. Am I being sus?
Yeah, maybe a little sus there. That's cap.
How long were you going?
How long was I going for it?
Yeah.
It got me good until you explained it. Like, no, it was good. Like, I really thought it was going to be a date until you said how and why they were converting it because they didn't know whether it was a weed or not. And I was like, yeah, that's cap. So that's lie.
Yeah.
Lie.
So we had him going for a little bit.
Did for a second. I'm pretty gullible.
Yeah.
I'm a pretty gullible person.
Yeah.
Like, I just go with it. Go with the flow.
Yeah, that's what you gotta do.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. So it is first third of August is in the books. It's still hot out there. We do have some special
sales,
deals and sales still going.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ford carried on the 0%.
Yes.
So that's the 000.
Yep.
Also known as zero if you add all those together.
It's $0 down, zero payment for 90 days, and 0% interest. So you can get all three of those if you wanted on special units, not all units.
Yes. So I mean that's a heck of a deal. We have here on the lot our used car volume is way up. But the new cars have been down a little bit. We haven't sold, I think possibly whenever they took away the employee pricing, that had a little bit of an effect.
I heard a little bit.
Also, we were just putting so many good deals out there that there is a certain bit of, there's a certain number of people in the market all the time. So sometimes when you sell a whole bunch, which July was a record month for us.
Last month?
Yes, on new vehicles. So Andrew always pay attention to these things. So
I sold a lot of cars though.
He did sell a lot of cars. We sold a lot of new cars. You have a tendency whenever you sell a whole lot of new 1 month, then it's peaks and valleys. So then you kind of take a lot of people out of the market and it goes down a little bit. So that's why Ford is trying to capture that with the 000.
It's definitely helpful.
Yeah. It's just speaking real here, the term on the 0% is 48 months. So
correct.
That affects that a little bit because 48 month term, you do get 0%, but that's a short term.
That's a hefty payment.
It makes a big payment. You're not paying any interest on it, but it's a payment.
I will tell you if you have something that you're trading and it has equity, quite a bit of equity, or you're putting a lot of money down. Like you already planned on putting a lot of money down, it makes sense.
Or even if you're a cash buyer,
where
you are borrowing money out of a 401k, out of something where you have such a low rate. This way you can actually do that and you get 0%. So you can make your money work for you a little bit more wisely if you do it this way. But if you just come in, if you've got some negative equity, if you're just rolling that into it, it's like, and you're buying a $60,000 truck. But
that's a hefty payment. You're talking about like almost $2,000 a month.
Yeah, it's a wallet drainer.
Yeah, it is. Unless you make a lot of money, then it's not a wallet drainer.
Yeah.
But you can also, if you don't like that, you can always go to the electric vehicles and go to Mach-E's because Mach-E's actually gives you 0% for 75 months and 0.9.
Now that's a deal.
Yeah, and then you can also get 0.9 for like 84. So Mach-E's is crazy on 25.
Yeah, well, I heard a hyena in the background. I don't know what that was, but there is a loose hyena here in the building.
Yeah, talking about a party back there,
The other thing that we did I think we touched on it some, but we haven't really touched on it on the podcast too much, is leasing.
Yeah.
Here in Arkansas now. Arkansas has finally caught up with the rest of the country and has made leasing a viable option for people in this state. They've changed the tax structure to where you can lease and you can get a really great deal on leasing. And leasing is an incredible opportunity for people, especially if you like to get out of your car regularly. You don't want to stay in that car. Yes. You don't want to get stuck with negative equity because anytime you buy a car, as soon as you drive it off the lot, it's a depreciating asset. So it's hard to, unless you have a lot of money down, you are going to owe more on that car than it's worth whenever it's a used car. Leasing, you get out of all of that. And if you like having a really nice vehicle, but you like having a really unnice vehicle payment, that's kind of where leasing can come in. You can have a high-end vehicle, but get that payment what would normally be $1,000 a month. You can lease that vehicle for $500-$600 a month sometimes.
Yeah, it's basically like The way I think about it, most people keep their vehicles 3 to 4 years anyways, especially if they're buying new and they trade out quite a bit. The people that buy some and keep them forever, that lease is not going to be for you. But if you want to switch vehicles all the time, leasing is definitely the way. It's basically like a rental of a vehicle for 4 years, 3 years, however you want to do it, and you make one payment a month instead of a day payment like a rental company, and you get to and then at the end of it, if you choose to buy the car, you can still buy the car at the very end of it. So
well, and one way, I mean, a lot of people try to equate buying a house to buying a car, and they're not the same animal. A house is an appreciating asset, which means you buy your house, in 10 years that house is going to go up, I mean, almost 100% in value over 10 to 15 years, whereas a car, whenever you buy it new, it automatically starts depreciating, so it will be worth less in 2 years than it was whenever you purchased it and drove it off the lot. That's all cars, all makes. I mean, unless you get into the classic Camaros or the exotic cars, something like that, those are the things that work a little bit different, but normal cars don't work that way.
Unless you're buying like 5 GT500s, I mean, it's not going to appreciate.
Yeah, which we don't have those here anyway.
Yeah,
so
they haven't even made them anymore. They're coming out in 2026.
Yeah, but anyway, so way to just derail this, but you know, it's what you do.
Sorry.
So anyway, but so it is a different animal. So leasing is a way to stay in a very nice vehicle for a low to average payment on a vehicle and get to trade out regularly. So because in the end, I mean, if you're thinking I'm going to buy a car, I'm going to save it and I'm going to pay it off, and then it's going to be worth more money eventually. That's a great plan, but it doesn't ever really happen. And then you get into things like, I mean, as these cars, they cost more money the longer you keep them. It's going to cost you money. There's going to be repairs. There's going to be all kinds of things. So you can lease. All that stuff is covered. You get a plan to roll all that stuff in, so it's all taken care of. It doesn't cost you any extra money during that. Trade it in. Get another car at the end of 2, 3, 4 years, however long it is. Just switch it, stay in something brand new, and you can just roll. Plus, at Randall Ford only, we have the Randall Advantage, so you can lease a car. If you were worried about mileage, because there is mileage limitations on this, you want to take a trip, you can come to Randall Ford only. Randall Advantage, we will give you a car to take on your trip that is not the car that you have leased, so that way you don't add that mileage to it. Only at Randall Ford. Read it right there.
Yeah, it does say Randall Ford, actually. It does say that.
I can see it in the camera.
Said a lot of information right there.
Yeah.
So leasing.
Say it fast. That means it's important.
Leasing.
Do it.
I mean, if you want to, that's up to you.
Yeah.
Or just buy the car.
Yeah.
However you want to.
Yeah.
But if you literally say that you don't own the vehicle from a lease, you don't own the vehicle when you finance either. So neither one of the, if you're not buying it cash, you don't own the vehicle. So don't put that in your head.
That's a good point.
Yeah, 100%. If you're
literally or illiterately.
So either one, don't own it. And because if you stop paying on it, I promise you the bank's gonna come get it.
Yeah.
Either one.
So if you do stop paying on it, a few other tips here is park backwards in places so they can't see your license plate, and keep it in a garage, or park something in the front and behind it.
That's actually really good tips. But I have seen a guy on TikTok that actually does the truck driving, and he will start picking up cars sideways. And
they'll drag them out.
Man, they are getting crazy with this stuff. Yeah. So just to let you know, I would park cars all the way around it, or hide in the tree. They ain't getting it there.
Yeah.
So, but I think that's all we got. We ran a little long on this one. 0% leasing.
Before we go, tell them what to do.
Oh yeah, click the link above. Go to our YouTube. Hit that like, share, and comment button, and drop us a comment. What you think of the video? And then if you're on YouTube, there's a big subscribe button at the very bottom. Hit that subscribe button. That's it.
Yep.
All right, guys.
We'll see you.
See you.